Babak's parents had already decided they were going to kill him today. Yes, they had to kill him because in their minds, a 47-year-old man who is still unmarried, he's not just single now. This is a shame. It's embarrassing. This is a stain on their family name. So he had to go. And today was the perfect day because Babak was home. They had time and they had privacy. And they had a good plan, a plan that didn't need strength, just patience. And you know the scariest part of this story I'm about to tell you? This was not going to be their first kill. They had experience. Let's go back to the beginning. Babak Khorramdin, he was an award-winning filmmaker and a university lecturer in Tehran, in Iran. Earlier in his career, he had spent some years in working in London. But by 2021, he was living and working in Iran. He lived with his parents in their apartment in Ekbatan, Tehran. His father was Babak Khorramdin. He was 81 years old, a retired military man, very strict, very controlling, deeply conservative. The kind of man who believed that children never outgrow obedience, you know. His mother's name was Iran Musavi. She was 74, very quiet, submissive, completely aligned with whatever her husband decided. Babak was 47 years old. So now do you see why their plan to kill him, right? It couldn't be a physical fight because if anything happened suddenly, he would definitely overpower them. They were old. So this had to be planned carefully. Neighbors, they later said that arguments between Babak and his father, they were frequent, they were loud, they were used to it, okay? This tension had been building for years. On the evening of May 15, 2021, Babak ate a meal that his parents prepared. He did not know that they had crushed sleeping pills into his food. When he became drowsy, they tied his legs to a chair. His father placed a plastic bag over his head and he stabbed him multiple times till he died. After he died, they dragged his body to the bathroom and they cut it into pieces. That's his parents. They packed the body parts into suitcases and garbage bags. Later that night, they walked through different parts of Ekbatan and surrounding areas and they were dropping the bags in different trash bins. The next morning, a municipal worker found human remains in a bin and called the police. Police went through CCTV and it clearly showed an elderly couple disposing of suspicious bags in different bins. This footage, it led police straight back to the Khorramdin apartment. When the police arrived, the parents, they did not deny anything. They calmly confessed. And then they said something that froze the entire country. They said they had done this before. Years earlier in 2011, their son-in-law, Faramaz, he had come to the house to discuss problems in his marriage to their daughter Arezu. He never left the house. The parents admitted that they drugged him, killed him, cut his body into pieces, and they disposed of him in the same way. Then they told everybody that he had simply disappeared and people believed them. Then in 2018, their own daughter Arezu, she became the next target. They accused her of drinking. They said she was using drugs. They said that she was seeing men. They believed that she was bringing shame to the family. So they did the same thing to her. They drugged her, killed her, dismembered her, dumped her body in garbage bins all over their area. And then they told all their relations that she had moved abroad. For years, 2 people were missing and nobody knew that they had been murdered inside of that house. During interrogation, Akbar, he showed no remorse. He described his children as morally corrupt and he said he felt proud of what he had done. He said, in fact, if he was free now, if he had the chance, he would kill his other children too. Iran said she was not sad either. A psychiatric evaluation was carried out on both of them. They said Akbar was mentally sound, fully responsible for his actions. Iran was described in court as mentally slow, but still legally responsible for her role. She knew right from wrong. As the case unfolded, darker information came out. Friends of Arezu, they said that she had confided years earlier that her father had abused her as a child. Later from prison, her mother Iran admitted that the abuse had actually happened. This case, it shook Iran deeply. People started asking how 2 people could go missing for years without serious investigation. People just believed these people. People started questioning the culture of honor inside of families. Then many people, they got angry when they learned about the law. Under Iranian law, right, a father cannot be executed for killing his own child. The maximum punishment is a prison sentence. Before the trial could finish, Babak Khorramdin, he died in prison of a heart attack. So he was never sentenced. Iran went on trial and she received a prison sentence of, can you guess? Less than 4 years, about 3.5 years for her role in the murders. Babak's story, it became bigger than the crime itself. It became a conversation about control inside of homes. It became about honor, so-called honor, about silence, about how some families hide things that no one outside ever sees. A memorial appeared outside of their apartment complex. Strangers left flowers, they left notes, the whole country mourned him. Babak was simply a man that was living his life, and in his parents' eyes, he was bringing dishonor to their family. They thought that was worth killing him for. They took his life for that. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoy stories like this, please don't forget to follow me. I tell these stories all the time.